And we're back. Hey, what's up? Today is the 9/4/9/2020. It is Holy Thursday, which, in case you don't know, is the night that Jesus met up with his friends and had a pretty fun last dinner. And then a lot of shit went down. Jesus ended up getting betrayed by his friend Judas. You know, you've heard the story. And then tomorrow he dies. And then, but I'll be back Sunday, so it's fine. But that isn't really a good segue into what I wanted to talk about today. Today I just want to talk about intuition. If you don't know what intuition is, it's your gut feelings. And I've got a lot of intuitions on COVID-19. I don't think we're anywhere near the end of it. People are saying 2 weeks. They've been saying 2 weeks for a while now. I don't believe what they're saying. I'd rather them just tell me that they don't know what's going on, you know? I'd like some transparency. But, back on the topic of intuitions, there's like a serious issue with them, right? Because some people's intuition is right a lot, while other people's intuition is wrong a lot, you know? Like, if someone just felt like they weren't going to get COVID-19, and so they just didn't have any precautions, then their intuition is wrong. It's just a wrong intuition. But the intuition that, as if I don't touch anything, I can't get other people's germs, that feels like a good intuition. I don't know. I don't believe intuitively that COVID-19 lives in the air. Because, gravity, I don't know. I don't want to have to explain my intuitions, you know? Intuitions are inexplicable, I guess? I don't know. But I read this thing called Platos Ghost. You know who Plato is, maybe. I don't know. He's an old guy. Plato started math. I'm in a class for history of math. Today I read about Klein, don't know what his first name is, but he's the guy that took two Mobius strips, one flipped this way, one flipped that way, put them together, made a bottle that's it has one surface, but it's four-dimensional. I don't know. It's a whole thing. I don't want to explain the Klein bottle right now, but instead I want to dive into the two types of intuition he talks about, which are naive intuition and refined intuition. Whereas I have a lot of naive intuition because it's based solely on gut feelings. There's also a lot of refined intuitions that I believe, you know? Because we have all this data on how viruses work, and we have all this information from the CDC, then we can make assumptions based off intuitions. And these intuitions aren't naive because they're based off something. So I guess my intuition that COVID-19 doesn't live in the air is, in fact, is naive and refined. It's naive because it's just a gut feeling, but it's refined because I'm pretty sure gravity affects them, and so it falls, and so it lives on surfaces more than it lives in the air. But I do understand that if someone with COVID-19 coughs on me, then their air totally, in fact, might have COVID-19 in it. So I guess intuitively, it doesn't live in natural air, but naively, it does for sure live in air, right? But just not all air. So if you're around an infected person and they're coughing on you, you're in danger, right? I don't know. But if we're stepping away from COVID-19 for a minute, we could talk about my intuition that summer isn't going to happen, but that's also because of COVID-19. I guess all my intuitions are COVID-19 based right now. Huh. Alright. Well, I'm going to need a moment to think about other intuitions I have. One sec. Okay, I got one. So, intuition on how I dress. right? I don't really put too much thought into the clothes I grab in the morning. It's a lot of, this is clean, so I'm gonna wear it. But intuitively, I know I can do that because I trust that the clothes I bought are clothes I'd want to wear. So I don't have to think about, do I want to wear this or not? Because I bought it because I want to wear it, right? Another intuition, I guess, is like, should I wear a jacket or not? But that's solely based off of the sun and like stuff and like clouds, weather patterns and stuff, which is a whole nother math topic that I really don't want to get into. There's so many variables, but it play into my intuition because I can look outside and intuitively go, it's hot or it's cold. But my hot is different than other people's hot, and so people naturally have different intuitions. And at the time of Klein, scientists believed that intuitions are based on three things: motor skills, visual skills, and auditory skills. So if you have really good motor skills or really good visual skills, you're probably mathematically intuitive. That was the thought, right? You don't need to hear math. You just need to see it and you need to feel it and do it. You just need to do it, you know? I don't know. That felt like Shia LaBeouf for a second. But back on the topic of Easter, it's gonna rain, so I have a really good excuse not to go see Grandma and potentially infect her with COVID-19. So that's good. But on the downside, I don't get to see my grandma. Like, that's kind of messed up, right? Like, Easter is a time for family and reflection, but instead we get isolation and inflection. Does that mean what I think it means? Oh no, I have to reflect about me. You know, I don't get to reflect about us. Oh no. I guess intuition plays a lot in jokes too, right? That's why jokes are funny, because intuitively you don't expect the ending punchline to be what it is, which is, I think Michael from Vsauce made a video on this as to why the chicken crossed the road to get to the other side is funny, because when you're told, do you want to hear a joke, your brain starts making pathways to this is what would be funny. And so as soon as you hear to get to the other side, that's not a funny response, but it's not a response you expected. So it is humorous, or was at least, right? Anyway, I guess intuitively, I think everything I say is funny because I don't talk a lot when I'm like in public or like around friends, but that's because I'd much rather have everyone listen to what I say when I say it instead of everyone treat me as background noise, you know? Have you ever turned on like Friends or Seinfeld and like just put it in the background? I feel like I'd be really good background noise, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to be background noise. I want to be upfront noise. I want to be in your face noise. I want to make sure you hear what I'm saying. So I guess life's kind of like a joke to me, because I spend all my time thinking about what I'm saying, right? Hopefully everyone does, but I know that's not true, because I've met a few people who don't think about what they're saying. They just blurt out whatever comes to their mind. And quite frankly, I do that too sometimes, but not sober me. The other me's do that. Drunk me, high me, the other ones, you know the ones? I don't know. But that does remind me, since today's April 9th, we're only 11 days away from 4/20/20, which is exciting in my opinion, because weed. But I don't know where I'm spending 4/20. I don't know if I'm gonna have to be high around my parents, or if I'm gonna get to be high with my bros, my buddies, my pals, you know the ones? I don't know. There's just a lot going on right now. A lot to get off. A lot to get out. A lot, you know? Should I think of a joke? Like a real one? Like one that makes you think? Give me a sec. One sec. Okay, so I remembered a joke someone else told me, so this isn't my joke. Shout out to Brother Richard. There are 2 cats on a boat. Uno, dos, tres, and un, dos, trois. The boat pops a hole, and the boat sinks, and 1 cat survives. He washes up on the shore, and uno, dos, tres, and un, dos, trois were identical cats. The only way to tell them apart is one said meow in Spanish and one said meow in French. So the cat washes up on shore. A beachgoer goes, does anyone know what cat this is? Because the meow sounds the same in English and Spanish to human ears. So someone goes, weren't uno, dos, tres, and un, dos, trois out there on the boat? And they go, yeah. And the person who remembered the cats goes, well, this is obviously uno, dos, tres. And the second person goes, how do you speak cat? How do you know this? Do you understand cat dialects? And the beachgoer goes, no, I just know that un, dos, trois, cat sink. Ha 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 ha. Get it? I counted to 5 in French. Is that a funny joke? No. Do you want a funnier joke? Okay. So there are these 2 guys on a boat. One guy had a pack of cigarettes. The other guy had some matches. And he goes, hey, can you pass me a cigarette? The guy with the matches said, hey, can you pass me a cigarette? And the guy with the cigarettes goes, yeah, sure, can you share a match? And the guy with the match goes, okay. And he gave him a match, and the guy with the cigarettes goes, this match is wet, it's not gonna light. And he goes, well, then what are we gonna do? How are we gonna smoke these cigarettes? And the guy with the pack of cigarettes grabs one of his lucky cigarettes, throws it over the boat, and he goes, now we can smoke them. And the guy with the matches looks so confused. He goes, how? The matches are still wet. How are we gonna smoke this by throwing one over the boat? And he goes, well, now you see, the boat is a cigarette lighter. The boat caught fire and they both died. Yeah, I don't know. These are not good jokes. These are all boat jokes. They were kind of washed up. That's the end of this. Have a happy Holy Week, Holy Weekend, happy Easter. Remember, Jesus dies tomorrow at 3, but also remember that it'll be fine. He'll be back Sunday morning. Alright, that's the end of this. See you next time. See you next Tuesday. Well, maybe we'll do this a daily thing next week. Maybe we'll go Monday through Friday. Who knows? I'll work on a rap this weekend about Easter maybe, or about COVID-19, or about 1,000 other topics, because who knows? But we'll see. Have a nice day. Have a nice life. Stay healthy. Wash your hands. Thanks for watching. Bye.